In this quiet California neighborhood, a woman is walking right across people's front lawns until she spots something in a mailbox. But this door has eyes. And while opening the homeowner's mail, she's caught red-handed.
Hey! My door! Give it back! I didn't get nothing! I didn't get nothing! But everything's there! House. Do you hear me? I hear you! Get from house!
This crook is getting off easy. Mail theft is a federal crime, punishable by up to 5 years in jail. So hopefully this friendly neighborhood warning
Hey! My door!
is enough to stop her from ever trying it again.
And I got you on video that you're destroying my car.
Chatsworth, California. A dispute over a parking spot has sent this hammer-wielding neighbor into a rage.
Get the out of this neighborhood!
Yep. Cool, lady.
Call, please!
I'm calling. Don't worry.
The woman's neighbors have made claims of racism and harassment since they moved next door to her over a year ago. They dial 911.
Hi, I'm at one. My neighbor has two hammers in her hand and she's assaulting the car.
She's destroying property, and I have her on video.
Call, please!
As a result of her senseless attack on the car, the woman was later arrested for felony vandalism. She was released without bail and is currently awaiting trial.
I live on a pretty big property out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains of New Mexico, and apparently one of my neighbors has been chucking their empty cups onto my property. There's a whole bunch of them. And so what I did was I got myself a motion-activated trail cam. Let's go ahead and put it on this tree. I'm going to aim it so that it's sort of pointed at the road and pointed at the cups. And so that way, whenever one of my neighbors drives by, we'll see which neighbor is actually the one throwing the cups.
The spy cam is a great idea, but sometimes the evidence just falls in your lap.
Holy it's my neighbor Dale.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Time to confront that naughty neighbor, Dale.
Dale! Is this yours?
No. What?
Have you been throwing these in my yard?
No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
You've been throwing these in my yard. Why?
I wouldn't throw those in yours. Nothing to do with it.
I just saw you throw this cup into my yard.
You... No. Get out of here.
Dale, I have you on video throwing this cup in my yard around a whole bunch of other
I just got home,
cups.
all right?
I just saw you throw this cup into my yard, and I want you to go pick up the other ones that you've been throwing in there too.
You want me to what?
Go pick up the other ones.
Look, if you've got trash in your
back.
yard,
You're getting too close.
who's getting close? You're on my property, my house. Just...
Did you throw this cup
No.
on my yard?
No.
You did, and I
No.
can show you the video.
Oh. I don't think so.
If you go clean up the cups, I will forget about the whole thing. I have it on video. I
don't
know
know
it was
what
you.
you're talking about. I don't want to hear any more about it. You take your trash and you go.
That is literally your trash.
It's not my trash.
It doesn't seem like Dale is getting the message.
It's your trash, Dale. And I expect you to clean up the rest of it.
Trash
I'm
out.
going to give you 1 day, or I'm going to pick it up myself and dump it on your property.
I don't even know what to say to you. Better be gone when I get out of there.
I'm going to trust you're going to pick it all up, Dale. Dale, just pick it up.
Get it out of here.
Just pick it up, Dale.
Someone's messing with your signs.
Annoyed that neighbors keep stealing his chosen candidate's campaign signs, this homeowner is ready to defend his turf. Paintball style.
Got the bait pile all filled up with bait, ready to go. Got the old gun ready to go. Come try and steal my again.
Lying in wait for hours, the homeowner watches over his lawn, paintballs primed and ready for action. When the sneaky sign bandits make their move, they get the message loud and clear to keep their hands to themselves. Apparently, not everyone in the neighborhood has heard about this homeowner's tenacity towards protecting his property. For another neighbor attempts to steal the signs the very next night. What the And he also receives a barrage of paintballs. So remember, when it comes to lawn signs, to paraphrase our 44th president, don't steal, vote.
I see him running.
Out of here.
45 miles northwest of Chicago is the city of Crystal Lake, Illinois, home to Aaron and Samantha Helmer and their 3 children.
Our neighborhood is nice, quiet, suburban American neighborhood. We've lived here for 4 years. We get along with all of our neighbors out here.
At 3 a.m. one morning, Aaron is awoken by an intruder alert from his home security system. A stranger has walked onto his driveway and tried the door of his unlocked car.
I look at my phone and see that my car door is wide open and the light is on. Didn't really think about if the guy had a weapon at all. I just knew that I didn't want somebody in my car.
Oh my God.
I slammed the car door shut on him just to kind of stun him because I didn't know what kind of size person he was when I first ran up to him.
Oh my God.
I'm 260 pounds. I'm a big guy. He was about 120 pounds soaking wet.
Drop whatever you have in there, okay? Yeah. All right? You okay?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I think this kid was scared that I came outside of my underwear.
What do you have in there? Your wallet? Where's it at?
Then I had to call my wife and wake her up out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was scared doing that.
I was trying to make money or something? I'm hiring. Everybody's hiring.
Yeah, so much I don't want to explain it, but...
Aaron called my phone and asked me to see if his wallet was on the counter in the house. I like to sleep, so I was not very happy that I got woken up to some kid breaking in her car.
Is my wallet in there?
So when I walked out, I just said it like right away, like, call the police. Like, why are we standing here?
What the f*** you doing?
I'm really sorry.
But then, like, I saw it was a kid, and I could see that, like, Aaron was kind of unsure of how to handle the situation. I just went into mom mode.
What else you got? What else did you steal from other f***ing people?
Just some watermelon.
How old are you?
17.
What the f***?
I know, I'm sorry.
You trying to go to jail over stealing $5?
He was a young kid. If you call the cops on him right away, that could scar a young kid on his record. I used to get into trouble when I was younger, and I didn't want that.
How many other houses did he hit so I can get this back?
Honestly, I just wanted to get through to him, like, how stupid what he was doing really was.
You know, your whole life over some stupid shit.
Not doing any damage to others.
If he would have caught the wrong house, he could have got shot over, like, a couple of dollars.
Think of this as your lucky break, man.
Yeah.
We talked for about 10 minutes or so. He never tried to run at all.
Where do you live?
I don't know that he was a neighbor, but I never ran into him before.
Still live at home with your parents?
Yeah.
Where do they think you are?
Empty the rest of your pockets.
All right.
So he had about 10 pairs of sunglasses, around 5 pairs of prescription glasses, about $5, $10,
Like 20.
$20. He had a pocket knife on him, and he had a bag of Skittles.
Learn your f***ing lesson.
I am, trust me, I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
Yeah.
Think about it.
We let him go before we called the police to come get the things. It's not ours. We wanted to get back to the people that it belongs to.
Hey, you know what?
You ever been in trouble with the police before?
No.
not fun. I can tell you right now.
He was apologizing that he would never do it again. And I think he got away with it once or twice and then realized the severity if he does get caught, what kind of consequences come next.
I don't know. I think we made a good team of good cop, bad cop.
I'm going to talk to bed.
I think our neighbors, him and his parents, would appreciate how the situation was handled. I mean, we still really don't know the full reason of why he was doing what he was doing. So as long as he took something away from it, that's good enough for me.
Like stupid.
I was on my way to lunch and I went outside and I saw that my car had purple Sharpie just everywhere, on the windshield, on the door, on the window of the door, and there were notes saying that I was parked illegally. It was a little confusing. And I knew immediately that it was my next door neighbor, so I went to talk to them. I'm your neighbor? You wrote on my car? Hi.
The neighbor peeks through a small window,
Is anyone home?
but won't open the door.
Someone was definitely home, and they just looked at me through the window and waved. So I eventually just called the non-emergency line to get someone out there to help me talk to my neighbor. 2 officers came over, and I was outside. I had the car, all the evidence, and I was like, I just really want to talk to my next door neighbor. But eventually the cops got him to open the door and come out.
We're the police.
Did you guys write on that car with a marker?
Yes, they occupy my garage location. I came up with my garage on the location.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's illegal. That's against the law.
She's illegal first.
No.
No. She's not.
This is a private street. We can't enforce parking laws on a private street.
The cops asked me, do you want to press charges? How do you want to handle this? And I said, I just want him to clean it off. The man was like, oh, it's so easy to clean. You just use alcohol. And I was like, yeah, well, I want you to clean it up. And so he came out with like a bottle of perfume in this like little old rose bottle. And it didn't have a spray spout. It's one that you like dab on your wrist. And he just started like dabbing it on the car. The alcohol in the perfume removes the Sharpie. Goodbye, Sharpie. And I made a comment like, oh, that smells so good. Ooh, that does smell nice. Just trying to be friendly and, keep it lighthearted. What's the scent on that?
You like?
Yeah, that's good. And he was like, oh, you like it? It's yours. For me? Thank you, sir. And we don't park there on garbage can days, so you should be good, okay? Have a good one. So I now am the owner of a Dusty Rose perfume. Goodbye, Sharpie. And I never parked in that space again. End scene.
Now we're in Portland, Oregon, where this masked man seems to be acting normal, coming to greet his neighbor. The only issue? He's a total stranger. He waves to nobody, just putting on an act for any neighbors who might be watching. He checks up and down the driveway for any prying eyes. The coast is clear, so he heads back to the porch to claim his prize, the stack of packages. But imagine his surprise if someone is home after all.
Hey, I was just coming. I'm with UPS. I'm with UPS. I was gonna go to your neighbors. We go around every place to make sure that if you're not home, we'll pick your neighbors or whatever. I'm an auditor for UPS. Swear to God, even if it's look it up, Michael Hansen.
Needless to say, this opportunist isn't Michael Hansen.
I'm with UPS.
Nor does he work for UPS.
Swear to God.
90,000 packages disappear from doorsteps every single day. But at least this isn't one of them. Next, we're in Miami, Florida. It's 1 a.m., and at a downtown apartment complex, security cameras record a man wandering around the parking lot. He's carrying what looks like a gas can. One of the building's tenants, Miguel Quintero, is outside getting some air. He doesn't recognize the man.
Living there 5 years, I did know every single one of the neighbors. He walked by and I just knew something was up.
The stranger walks off, but minutes later, he's back. This time outside the door of an apartment. He unscrews his can, pours the contents on the doormat, and then sets it alight and runs away. Inside the apartment asleep is Susie Rios and her 2 young granddaughters, who she's babysitting for the night.
I'm one of those people that when I go to sleep, I hear nothing.
As Susie's door starts to burn, it triggers the smoke alarm.
I never even thought it was the fire alarm. As I'm walking down the stairs, all of a sudden I see the downstairs full of smoke. There was no rear exit. So my thoughts were, okay, what do I do? How do I get the girls out? I mean, it was just like all hell literally broke loose. God willing, there's a neighbor out there, someone's out there.
Susie's prayers are answered. Her neighbor Miguel Quintero has seen the flames and rushes to her door.
My first thought is I have to pull this fire away enough from the door so that I can get to the door and bang on the door, ring the doorbell to wake everybody in that unit up. And then my next thought was, of course, let's go get him.
Incredibly, having just saved his neighbors, Miguel then chases down the arsonist.
He can hear my footsteps, and you see the fear in him when he hears me coming, because I'm coming in fast, and I'm a big locomotive coming towards him. So when he turns around, I see his eyes get real big, and he's just like, why? And from there is when I jump on top of him, and I know I'm not gonna hurt him too bad, but I'm definitely gonna do enough so that he knows he's not gonna go anywhere.
Miguel uses his college wrestling skills to restrain the man.
So I put his arm behind his back and, kept my arm around his neck. Not enough to choke him out, but enough to have control.
I finally get the door open, and Miguel starts screaming at me, call 911. He set the fire, call 911.
Get fired, Tim.
Is it him?
Yep, hopefully.
Yeah, I did. It's on the way.
I think time slowed down for me. In that moment, it felt like forever for them to get there, but when I look back, it was within minutes. So they handcuffed him and then, took him away and just kind of shook my hand and did a good job here. As far as a weapon, I didn't think about it. I just knew I wanted to get him and bring him to justice.
No motive was ever given for his actions, but 23-year-old Luis Menendez was charged with arson and attempted murder. He was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years. Ever since the terrifying incident, Susie and her family can't thank their Good Samaritan neighbor enough.
My first reaction was that I need to have a statue erected to Miguel. I need to have a halo placed on his head. He was our godsend. He is our angel. And I look back on the footage, I'm just amazed that we're here. I'm here. Most importantly, that my 2 baby granddaughters are here.
There's nothing in this world that could repay him for what he did for me and my family. Sorry, just give me a second. There's not enough words to say thank you, really.
I want to be a good neighbor. I want to know my neighbors, and I want them to know, as different as we are, because God, we are different. We want the same things.
You never know when you're going to need each other. They could need you, you could need them.
And I just want them to know who I am and that I got their backs. And what's great is, I know they have my back.
Over to Chicago, Illinois, where it's cleanup day after a massive snowstorm. Ted Sirota, a professional drummer, has borrowed a snowblower to clear the snow off of his car.
We had one of the largest blizzards in history, and everything was just completely covered. In our neighborhood on this block, especially with the immediate neighbors, it was a really great, community.
After clearing his car, Ted decides to be a good neighbor.
The woman that lived next door, she was pregnant, and I thought it'd just be a nice gesture to just go out and snow blow the whole drive for them.
Only Ted knows to be wary of a man who lives on the other side of his neighbor's garage. A man called Gary.
You don't blow snow up here!
Gary, to me, was never friendly. I don't know why. When I would see him, I would say hi, and he would just kind of sneer at me or look away. So with the snowblower, I was very conscious of Gary and how sensitive he is about his property and his property line. I was completely done with the job, and I was getting ready to go back in when he came out. And I thought, oh no, here we go.
You don't blow snow up here!
So your yard should be completely snow-free, right?
It is snow-free!
Because you're Gary, right?
It is snow-free, all the way back to there!
Okay, well, this wasn't cleared.
Yes, it was cleared! It was cleared at 11 a.m.
Can you yell a little bit louder so everyone in the neighborhood can hear
I
you?
don't give a who the hears it!
Really? Okay, well then go ahead, yell louder. I have my hat on, so it's protecting my ear.
I like to use humor to try to diffuse situations. I think people take things way too seriously for the most part.
But if you want to be such
You don't blow it here anymore!
Okay, sir.
Now clear it out!
I'm not clearing.
You
Yeah.
You worthless pile of
Once he started yelling in my face, I just kind of played along with him, man. Definitely pushed his buttons.
Go back inside where it's safe for you, okay?
you!
Okay.
Do not clear off my can!
Oh, okay. I won't touch your garbage can. I'm sorry I touched your garbage can. Oops.
Oh, you are a
Gary.
psychopath.
Oh my God. All right.
You are a psychopath.
I'll tell Chris I was trying to do something nice for him.
You weren't.
And you came out here. What, you think I'm clearing off that garage for me? Look at it, dumb.
Put it here!
Where should I put it?
I don't know where, but you don't do it here.
You tell me,
I don't
Your
know
Highness. Tell me where to put it. Show me.
Not here.
You know, I do regret kind of the nastiness of the argument.
I'm not clearing.
I think that every little confrontation in our neighborhoods could probably be resolved in a positive manner that would uplift humanity instead of bring us down.
Bye. Have a nice day, Gary.
Oh, shut
you
up.
Snowball later.
You
You are incredible.
And I believe Gary is still there, but I haven't seen him recently.
And as a gesture of peace and understanding in the world, I present Gary Snow with the flower. All right?
All across the country, delivery people are neighborhood superheroes. They often amaze us with their determination to get the job done. And even bring us some joy along the way. Some are willing to help out, even when they don't think anyone is watching. So please, maybe cut them some slack when your next delivery doesn't quite go to plan. Like here in Tennessee, where dogs are barking at this guy's truck as it goes up the hill. Just off camera, the truck pulls up and the driver hops out to make his delivery. But he forgets one very important thing, and the dogs are the first to notice. He's forgotten to put the truck in park. But luckily for him, it narrowly misses this house. And finally comes to rest against a neighbor's fence. Nobody was hurt in this incident, but it's a prime example of how a simple little mistake can have dire consequences.